Algiers' fault. Did I
Hey,
do that? It's Algiers' fault. It's Algiers' fault. Right here is Bout It, Bout It. We're going to take it back. Bout it. Ain't no limit to her skills and her potential and how high she's going to rise in two different games because the girl is funny and she can sing and she looks beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Money Green chilling with
Shayz on the mic.
We Are Lyrics and Lies, and we are joined by the lovely Algiers Diamond.
hello everyone. How y'all doing?
Welcome to Lyrics and Lies. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thanks for having me.
Your wild and crazy stuff.
I'm reserved.
You're reserved. They got reserved people in the 5th Ward. What ward are you from?
The 15th, baby. What are you doing? That 1.5, that dirty. What you? Boy.
Bring it out. The 15th Ward. Okay. All right. So they got some classy people there.
Very classy. I'm from there.
Of your mother, and she is kind of classy. You know what I'm saying? Your father right there. He can take. I said, okay. She got some people in her lineage that know how to act. So I know she ain't no crazy person out here busting caps, wearing gold teeth and dreads. And I mean, because you got some women that look like Lil Wayne. That could be kind of scary when you're in the club out of town. You're like, oh my goodness, I can't take her home.
Listen, New Orleans women are fine as wine, thicker than a Snicker. We come in all the different shades of caramel and chocolate, and all of us got some booty. Okay, it don't matter how skinny you are, we got booty, and we know how to shake for the hood. It's all good, and shake it fast, and watch ourselves, and do all those things, and you just go sit back and be entertained and mesmerized and hypnotized by everything that is Nola bread. Hey.
Oh, I like that. You just painted a beautiful picture because I like big butts. I really do.
And you cannot lie.
I like them thick Southern women, and I like all the food they eat. So you really made me want to travel. This COVID stuff is messing my plans up because you basically made me want to just purchase a ticket down to NOLA.
You can still go.
Talking about.
You can still go. I got a sister down there. She can cook. She's a chef, actually. My brother's a chef. And, I mean, if you can't make it down there, you're not far from me. I just made a big old pot of crawfish etouffee on top of some yellow rice last night. And, you know, I do my thing over here.
Bad. That girl is bad. So, let's get started. Let's talk about your love of comedy because you are a brilliant comedian. Let's talk about that because you had me laughing all the time. I'm serious. When we just talk personally and when you do your thing here and there, you keep me laughing.
Well, actually, Marlon, you are one of the first people that that watched me and knew that I was a comedic actress, and putting me into your shows as a comedic actress. I've been a student of the arts for all my life, so you know, comedy is just me. If anybody asks what I used to do when I was in high school, they'll say, "Oh, she was a clown," or "She clown." Like, I went to my high school reunion last year, and my kids asked some of the, you know, women that were there, and they're like, "What did my mom do when she was in high school?" And I was so ashamed when it was like, "Oh, she used to talk about us. She used to make jokes about us." And in New Orleans, we call it capping. Y'all call it joning or ranking. It was like, that's all she did all day. She would rank on everybody and made us feel bad about ourselves. But it was a good laugh.
Bad about ourselves. Yeah, that's bad for your kids to hear that.
Oh, well, I taught them. So if somebody get on their nerves or somebody say something, you know, they come back with it. You know, I realized that I had made a mistake at one point, or when I taught them, and then, you know, their response to each other was like, "Your mama," and I'm cracking up laughing, and I'm like, wait, shit. I'm their mama. I'm the mama. Oh, damn. Your mama sold this, and your mama like, oh, damn. Okay, pump your brakes, slow it down. Can we say your paw or something? Your mama.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
When did you know this is something you wanted to do? Like you wanted to be a comedic actress? Because a lot of actresses come out later wanting to do the comedy part of it. So when did you know this was something you wanted to do?
Well, I've been again a student of the arts for a long time. So I've been acting since I was in the 3rd grade. And so I've been trained in all of the theater arts as far as comedic acting under learning all of the Shakespearean plays and things of the sort, the dramatic acting, all those things. But comedy, it just feels like me. You know, it's just me. That's who I am, and anything that I can do to put a smile on somebody's face, I'm gonna do it. That's just a given. That's just, you know, how I feel. I just like to put smiles on people's faces and make them laugh because it's a healing source.
Sure is. You do a good job of that. And when you go live on Facebook all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. That's wild. And you mix your singing with the comedy.
Yes.
I actually tune in. Sometimes I hook it up to my speaker and just let you just blast throughout the entire basement. And yeah, just watch you cut up. And you sing, you do the birthdays, and then you cut up and do this and that and talk trash and go back and forth. And you might sing a little bit more. It's some good stuff.
Yeah, I've intermingled that into my stand-up on stage also because I was the youngest. And so I was an oops baby. So my parents had me late in life. Everybody else was grown. They was older and they're like, where this baby come from? Y'all done lost your mind. And so I had to entertain myself. And so that's when I started to, with my music, I started imitating people and doing things like that. So I imitate people on stage, from the Erykah Badu's to Toni Braxton to the Jill Scotts. My regular singing voice, I kind of have a mix between Whitney Houston and Monica. Just weird, but and I used to imitate Mariah Carey too. Now I don't have to sing to do it.
What's up with the Jill Scott? I never heard you do Jill Scott.
Oh goodness, I haven't done her in a while either. When you imitate folks, it's all about making sure that you use the proper vernacular that they use. So she's from Philly, so when she sings, she's like, "Let's take a long walk." You know, she rounds her in, and so you have to. Around the park after dark, I found a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal relation, stimulation, share our situation. You know, it's kind of like you have to embody, the person.
Yeah. And that's what she does too when she sings. She does all that and do all that movement.
Look, add a little bit, put a little Patti LaBelle seasoning on it.
Oh, me?
No, Jill. No, Jill.
Jill is interesting. She's interesting because her speaking voice is so soft.
I was just thinking about you.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go down this road.
Uh-oh.
But eventually, Shayz and I, we got to talk about Jaguar Wright.
Okay.
And Shayz, you ain't keep up with Jaguar Wright. All right, we slide by that. But
my eyes talk, huh?
said some wild things. I love Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. She said some wild things about both of them.
She sure did, and she's a beast at music. So yeah, she's a great singer.
She said some wild things about herself, so that's why I believe everything she's talking about. But it makes sense. I understand Jill Scott.
Stuff about Common. Erica Badu.
But you know what? You want to talk about the Common? Can we talk about that?
The what? The Common thing?
What she said about Common?
Typical. He light skin. That's it. Boom.
Okay. I'm gonna add a little more to it. Shayz, do you know what we're talking about?
No, I do not.
You know who Jaguar Wright is? You know who Jaguar Wright is? The singer?
Oh, yeah.
Well, she came out and let the world know that she's bisexual. She's married to a man, but she do a little dilly-dallying on the side. But it basically exposed the roots because Malik B just passed away.
Yeah, her brother.
And she said the Roots didn't pay tribute to him, even though he's one of the founding members. They just popped up at the wake, and then they didn't stay for the funeral, and that was it. They just showed up for 20 minutes, bounced out, and left it like that, and they weren't helping him out when he was doing his thing or whatever. So that upset her, so that's why she's just letting loose, and she's telling all this stuff about the Roots. I never even thought about Black Thought's real name, nor Questlove's real name, but she's putting their government names out. I'm like, who? Oh, so he's Tariq. Oh, he's Amir. Okay, I'm straight now. But she said that she was dating Common, messing around with Common, and one time in the bed, she said she came off this show, she was performing. She said she was so tired, you get off the stage after performing, after rehearsals, you get on stage, then you get off stage, then you got to deal with the fans, then you got to deal with the trip back to the room, whatever. She said she was tired.
Mm-hmm.
Common was like, well, look here, let's do a little bit. Come on. She was like, nah, I'm too tired. So at about 6, 7 in the morning, whatever, she said she woke up.
Oh, Lord.
She looked up and there was almost a eggplant in her mouth.
Mic check. My mic sound nice. Check one. But I don't know. It's Common, so it could have been small.
But I was listening to The Brat this morning. I shouldn't have said The Brat first. I was listening to Eva Marcel and The Brat this morning. Mm-hmm. Eva said that's not that bad because there were times when a man woke up next to her because she was sitting on his face.
All right.
And I say, yeah, I did have a woman one time just jump on my face. I was lying in bed and a woman just jumped on my face. And thank goodness the smell and everything was right because it would have been I've been trumped up on some charges. But yeah, my cheeks smelling funny. But and the Brat said that that's common when you messing with somebody. People do things like that. Sometimes it's fun. They play games or whatever. So it's just interesting to see people's takes on it because now in 2020 you got so many people that are sensitive. It's like anything you did back in the day, they bring it to court now. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy talked about homosexuals using the F word 30 years ago, 35 years ago. Now they're bringing it up. And people apologizing for stuff they did 35 years ago. I know Bill Cosby like, this was some bull. Y'all locked me up for this bull. All I gotta do is apologize. So,
right.
And Common is with Tiffany Haddish now.
Yes, I did read that.
I thought they broke up.
No, they're together.
They still together because I could have sworn it broke up because his relationships don't last. He's not a lasting relationship type person.
But he said that.
Yeah, and I mean, he had Serena Williams, one of the better. And he had Erica Badu, one. Like, I'm not understanding. He has gone through his Rolodex of fine women.
No, he wasn't with Alicia Keys.
He wasn't with Alicia Keys, but I mean,
oh no, that's suspect because he was in a couple of her videos. That's why I asked.
Well, I mean, she all right, but her voice is not one. Never mind.
Yeah, we won't go there. I agree.
That girl is on fire. I mean, you just never know what that was about. You just don't know. It could have been, what is it? Some STD. You just never know. I'm burning down there. That's what this song is about, and I can belt it out, and call it art because I'm yelling about my coochie on fire.
Right.
Or it could be carpet burn. You never know, because somebody try to lay it down in the studio and they'll have carpet on the floor, and so my ass is on fire, or whatever. Or we try to do it on the sand and a little bit got up in that thing and then that burned, because then you got the friction from the sand. Oh, heck yeah, you don't want to do that. That's like that's a real no. You can't do that. That's your little thing go be on fire, like washing with the wrong soap, girl. Remember, I don't know. I went to a sleepover as a girl, and the only thing they had was Dial soap, and dialed it. And my little thing would say, and that was a wrap. And never did it again.
I like the advertising your little thing.
Yeah, I do my Kegels.
They like that.
Yeah, it's when you work your Kegels, no matter how many children you have, you still have your walls.
I heard that. So since you brought up sleepovers, let's get some Algiers Diamond wisdom on what that woman do. And this is a serious matter, but we just gonna hopefully make a joke out of it, if you don't mind. Not make a joke of it, but add a little humor to it. But the sister in Georgia, I think it was on the outskirts of Atlanta, a sister went to a sleepover with all white women. I think they were about between 27 and 35 years old. And then she ended up yeah. And I said to myself, what in the hell? Because I used to have a friend who thought being around white people, just made him not better than everybody else, but put him on an upper level. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at him, I'm like, no, that's I can see if you're networking and an opportunity or something came your way, but just because you hang with them or shooting basketball with them or whatever, that don't make you, acceptable or accepted in their community, and it doesn't make you one of them. It just means that you're somebody that they allow you to hang around. But
let me tell you something. I've been an activist in my community for a long time, and I have grown to make a lot of white allies. I have some great allies. I'm talking about some women who will go for all the Karens in their neighborhoods, along with the ones that's in their families, for me. As a black woman, they go fight for me. These white women do the daggone thing. But I had one inbox me, child, talking about, do you want to go canoeing with me? Absolutely not. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Canoeing.
You're not gonna catch me slipping and then oops, it was an accident and Algiers is no longer here because hell no. Listen, no, it's no. And I don't want to victim shame, because she did she wound up and they're like, oh, she got drunk and all that stuff. No, that's not what happened. And it's a shame that we can't have honest relationships with those who are Becky's, because you never know what they're plotting on. And I'm gonna say that because I have a friend, a new girlfriend. Her name is Heather. She's an ally. She go to bat for me, right? And that Heather not the one who asked me about the canoeing, so I can say her name. So Heather, she speaks to white folk and she tell them how she feel about for real. And so she's like, Algiers, one of the problems is that white people are jealous of black folk because you guys are resilient, because we've done mean stuff over and over to you guys. All the, this country is built on the evilness of white people oppressing black folk, and you guys just keep on coming back, smiling, dancing, working, growing, building. No matter how much we put you down, white folks put you down. She's like, y'all are so resilient, and they wondering why and how the hell, is this happening? And so you never know who's jealous of you just because they're jealous of the fact that you have beautiful, thick, luscious, kissable lips, and they love in your skin. Our skin tans the way that they try to get all of this. You know what I'm saying? And just our natural stature, just our natural builds is just, listen, Master had the enslaved women in his house for a reason. It wasn't just because he wasn't attracted to them. Okay? And so we have to be aware of that at all times, because you just never know. Just don't.
So there's a woman right now, there's a black woman, she's about 25, 26, and she's been invited to a sleepover or to go camping or something with a group of 5 to 7 white women.
Mm-hmm.
What would you give her?
She invited to go camping?
Camping, sleepover, whatever.
Yeah. I would just say, sis, tell them black folk don't do that. Tell them that your mama said that you can't go. Tell them that your daddy said that he was coming to visit you and pick you up for your weekend, and this year he gonna actually show up, and you gotta be sitting outside at the bus stop waiting for your daddy who you ain't seen in 45 years. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you, sis, don't do it. Don't drink nothing. Don't eat nothing. They put they make green bean casserole and they put raisins in their potato salad. Don't do it. You're not gonna have a good weekend anyway. Go ahead on them and make any excuse. Go ahead.
And don't go alone by yourself with them ladies. And it's only you, okay? It's only you and 7 or 8 of them? No.
Nope. I'll pass on that. And I wouldn't be going if Candace Owens was going.
I would go if Candace Owens was going. But I need to have a talk with her crazy ass.
Talking to her is going to help. I don't think you giving her a talking is going to help. She's already who she is and does the views that she says she is. I mean, I don't know. But Candace Owens needed us when she was having her little civil rights lawsuit over her hair. She gonna need us again. Oh, she gonna need us real soon.
Daggone it. Oh yeah. T.I. ain't do a good enough job because she's still out here talking trash.
That's because T.I.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
So, Algiers, are you voting for Kanye West? If you were in a debate with Kanye West, what would you do to bring his dumb ass down?
I'm trying to act like my screen froze. I'm trying to act like my internet connection is bad, like Teddy Riley. Hold on.
Live on stage, in front of millions of people. You're at this podium, he's at the next podium. And he's like, Algiers, I'm trying to tell you, I know more about politics than you do. You don't know nothing. Your butt ain't as big as Kim's. Your butt real, hers fake. She got more going on than you got. She got a baby named North. You ain't got no baby named North. She got to deal with me and my issues. You ain't got to put up with no issues with Marlon number 1.
Well,
I'm bipolar. You ain't got to deal with nobody bipolar.
I do have to deal with someone bipolar. It's me. But I'm not voting for Kanye. I actually understood some of what he was saying and I was scared. I was like, oh shit. I kinda know what you saying. Like, when he said that Rosa Parks didn't free black people, he was right.
You talking about Harriet Tubman?
I'm sorry, Lord Jesus, did I say Rosa Parks? There's some margarita in the good job.
You just making sure people paying attention.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. He said that Harriet.
About to put your ass in the back of the bus now, and she.
Oh goodness, did not free the slaves. He was actually right. allowed them and showed them where freedom was, but they weren't actually free when they got to those places. They still had to live underneath the system of being afraid. They didn't have papers and all those things. She showed them what freedom was, but she didn't actually free them. She actually look at Marlon.
She knew her level of freedom, though. You know what I'm saying? She knew her level at that time.
Right. It was yeah, but they could have been free on the outside of the gate at Massa House. That's free.
In a super technical sense.
Oh, no.
In a super technical sense, she did not free anyone. She brought them to a place where they could try for their freedom or try to live freely, but she did not give them freedom papers because they were still owned, you know, by law. They were still property. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. And yeah, I said crazy. Basically, he was saying, as long as you're working for white people, you're a slave.
Yes.
Basically, he was saying, and then he was also trying to make a correlation saying that we're all enslaved now if we are working for white people. That's basically what he was trying to say in his, I don't want to say warped mind, but his angle on thinking.
Right.
But he's on a different level because you got to understand he's sick. He's not taking his
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
You have a point.
Cocaine would make sense. But narcissism makes even more sense.
I don't even think it's narcissism. I just think that if he just took a couple of shots of CBD oil every day,
that would knock the narcissism out for a little while. You are absolutely right, but he is a narcissist.
Well, you know, geniuses are crazy.
No damn genius.
He's a genius. Everybody thinks he's a genius.
You don't know trigonometry.
I know trigonometry. I did trigonometry.
A music genius.
Genius. We talking about Kanye. You can be a genius. I believe you.
They feel that he's a musical genius.
He is a musical genius. He's also an asshole.
Well, he's not on his medicine.
An asshole when he's on his medicine.
I know. I was trying to be nice.
I think that Kanye is dealing like with a battle with just himself. You know what I'm saying? Like his battle are the things that he promised that haunts him. Remember in his in College Dropout where he was talking about his first girlfriend and they were together and she was a Delta and he said that he promised her dad that he would take care of her. And he made that promise and he put that promise out, and words are very strong. What you say is very damning, you know. It can be damaging or it can be uplifting. Words are concrete, and once you put it out there into the atmosphere, you know, you have to be aware and knowing that, you know, it's going to stick somewhere. So he put it out there. He recorded. He said, whatever that man name was, he said, I'm going to take care of your daughter. She don't have to worry about nothing. And then he kicked her to the curb, and he did that. And all of that, it like weighs on him, because for him, that was a lie, you know, that he put out, and it's something that he can't take back. And I'm sure that haunts him. And there are probably other things that his mouth wrote that his ass couldn't cash. You know what I'm saying? A lot more checks that he wrote in that way. And so I think about it on that level, you know?
Yeah, you're getting deep with it. You're getting real deep with it. But
I'm not trying to get deep with it.
But you are. And going back to his first 2 or 3 albums, that's a fun moment. Or fun moments. Range. That's fun to listen to Kanye during that time.
That's the Kanye I let my kids listen to. They can listen to that Kanye. They can't listen to Preacher Kanye because, you know, the devil comes in a lot of different shapes and forms. And I'm like, heck, listen, when I hear rain down on me, let your love just shower me, just rain. I'm not hearing a gospel remix.
No. Yes, I heard that song.
But I'm
and
thinking
he's turning all of them into gospel songs.
He has, and I'm like, I was laying it down. I'm making children off this music, and you trying to turn it into a gospel music? I dare you! I dare
all
you!
All songs can be turned into gospel music, not all of them.
Not everything. Listen, when you know that video that he made with what's that girl name? That fine what's her name? Y'all know the rapper and a singer with when she was on the video, she's a dancer too. She a choreographer, Teyana Taylor.
Oh yeah.
And he did that video, and they played it at the awards show, and she was just in that two-piece. She had on the sports bra, and she was doing dun 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 dun. Mm-hmm. When I hear the first beats of that song, that's what I see. I don't need to see that in sitting in a church pew. I was like, why would you turn that into a church song? Come on now. Some things need to stay secular.
Yeah, and then you gotta be, and then now he could be so original with the gospel music. He don't need to. I think he's trying to do a little Kirk Franklin, because you know Kirk Franklin kind of does that too. But he does. Picks choices of which songs he uses though.
Kirk definitely does. Kirk definitely does, and we expect that from Kirk. We expect that from the man who's addicted to pornography. No,
sure.
No, that was too much. Mr.
He's been healed.
If you're watching Kirk,
jerk off.
I mean, OnlyFans. My name is Algiers Diamond. We got a foot fetish. It's there.
He's been healed.
He can heal my feet. And he could put his hands right here on these humps and pray for them. You know what I'm saying? That I just get another cup size. You know what I'm saying? I am open, Kurt. I mean, he a little man too. He's short. I met him before. He a little man. Climb every mountain.
So let me ask you this.
Oh Lord. Okay.
About, because we did an episode about turning. What did we do, Shayz? Turning.
I don't know, because I didn't get to finish the episode because you was clowning so much.
My favorite episodes that we did was talking about turning secular music into gospel music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's when he does that show that they do every year.
Franklin.
The Kirk Franklin, when they do I can't think of the name of the show.
Kirk Franklin.
American Sunday Best.
Sunday's Best, but he turns a lot of things.
Right. So he had the contestants, and he uses choice songs, and they was turning the words, turning that song into a gospel song. So I didn't really get the chance to finish what I was saying because he was clowning the whole show. So I just gave up.
DJ Haddon did it. He did it with Usher's song, and I was like, this is definitely not the song. Y'all know I could look it up right now.
But Karen Clark Shears did Jill Scott. I thought that was okay.
Oh yeah, but I mean, that was a few word changes. They also sing Alicia Keys in church. Which one is that?
As long as it's not Girl on Fire, we're good.
Well, Algiers, I have an idea.
This girl that held on fire.
I have an idea.
What?
Some gospel music being flipped and turned secular.
Okay, what you got? I'm scared.
The chorus pretty much stays the same, but you just add lyrics to back up your angle of the song, the new version. So my first one is a remix of a song. It's about a guy who gets with a girl, and he only lasts about 45 seconds, and then he comes to his conclusion. And that's the remix is going to be We Fall Down, but we get up, pin us down, but wake it up.
Donnie McClurkin is going to get you.
That's my first remix.
I'm not messing with Donnie McClurkin music at all. That man is just too anointed to mess with his music. So you go ahead on and do your thing with that one. Go ahead next.
I didn't know about his anointment. I didn't know about that.
Go to the next one. Money Green.
There's another one. Who were you just talking about? Because it was one of their songs.
Kirk Franklin?
The Kirk Franklin song? God dang.
Or is it Marvin Sapp? Because you always mix them up.
Oh, Lord.
Well, Algiers already brought up a man having sex without a condom and getting burned, and then going to pee, and not being able to urinate for 2 or 3 days, and then singing That Man Is on Fire. So Algiers, you get credit.
I didn't say that man on fire. I said that girl is on fire. Okay.
Oh, we talking about the man being on fire at the urinal.
That means he got the drip.
Yeah, my buddy got burned, and he said it felt like he was peeing razor blades.
Oh.
And from that point on, I wore condoms for another 3 years.
What in the world? What you get on? Okay.
Did he go see the doctor?
Yeah, he had to after that. He got.
Well, Dietrich hadn't remixed Usher's Climax.
Really? Well, Dietrich is on the you know.
No,
you know how Dietrich had it.
But he remixed Climax. Come on now. That ain't. Listen, and I liked Climax, and then Dietrich did it, and I was like, I don't.
Now you know I'm gonna look it up because why would he even do that?
Listen, hold up, because
Dietrich Hatton is off the chain sometimes. He sometimes go a little. He goes against the grain sometimes.
Well,
listen, because of he got that young wife. He trying to keep up. You know what I'm saying? He got to keep up with a little something. Once he divorced Demeter for the little 12-year-old, no, I'm gonna say 18 because I ain't gonna try to say that man a pedophile or nothing like that. But the little, teenager, 19-year-old that he had got with, he started doing some crazy things. I'm telling you. But let me tell you, I'm serious. This, I don't know if y'all heard it before, but y'all need to hear it.
I like your song. When I think of climax, I think about the highest place you can reach, and that's God's presence. Together, Lord, we are one. In your presence, it is to run away from this holy place. Lord, in your presence, there's so much love. I won't go back. It's too late. We reached the climax.
You what? You
He just wanted to sing that song.
That's some good.
Because he wanted to hit them notes.
Yes, he wanted to show his skills with his singing, and he had no other like that. Listen, no, when I hear climax, okay, listen, I'm married. I have been married for 18 long years. When I hear climax, he has hit a spot up in that thing that I am not. I'm not relating this to the Lord in any form. God is in my triangle, you know what I'm saying, of my relationship. You know what I'm saying? He's in the circle. My ring is the circle that cannot be broken. Hallelujah. But when it comes to climax, I am thinking of a place that only my husband, who was made for me, can hit from the left to the right, right in the middle, right there, baby, right there, baby, right there. Don't you move.
Amen.
Don't you move.
Amen. Let the water fall. Let them juices flow. Let them trickle down and tickle the testicles. Because that's what the juice do.
Patrick Hatton was dead wrong.
We ain't talking about that. When it comes real good, all them juices, they tickle the testicles. It's like...
That's what we go. That's what we gonna do.
Like
No, actually, that's not the juices tickling the testicles. That's actually the sperm. They wiggle, and then you feel it. It's actually your body's response to your own semen and the sperm inside of it, and you feel them actually moving on your skin. That's the tickle feeling.
Juices mixed with the sperm, they create this nice juice, and then they tickle.
And then the sperm tickles your testicles. Baby, can you give me a warm towel?
Like a little small water sprinkler. There you go. But look, I got this other remix.
Okay, what is it? I'm scared.
It's about a guy.
Mm-hmm.
He gets with this woman, and she tells him, you gotta, there's a little dry down there. You gotta lick it first. And he like,
It's entanglement.
He's trying to get into it, and then she dry, so he gotta lick it. So he goes down there, and he starts to lick, but his stomach turns. So by the time it gets wet, he's too sick to perform. And the song goes, never should have ate it. Never should have ate it. It stings.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Those are my three.
I would have went with entanglement.
Gospel, is it? Is that gospel song?
That's Marvin Sapp.
Never should have hated.
Trying to make fun of his weight.
Never should have hated.
Thank you.
Without me. Could have been a threesome. But now he sees that he can be with me because he cheated. Never should have hated. Oh. Never should have hated without me.
Without her.
I would have gave it all. But now you see that I'm through with thee. Never. I'm waiting for you to never. You're supposed to never.
She never.
You're doing it like this.
I need a background. I don't want to be in too loud. I'm trying to make it echo.
Okay, we got to get it together. Next time we go have it because he never.
You have to give him eyes so he know when to come.
Hold up, you got it next time. Got it next time.
You got them eyes.
He never should have hated without me.
Shouldn't it be? No.
Could have been a good threesome.
Sure.
Now you see that I'm done with he, cause he ate it, and then he hit it, and he left me out without a doubt, and I'm mad, and I'm jealous,
Lucky.
and I'm gonna go find that hoe, cause I know she fine.
He funky.
Forever.
Fine and funky.
And she did a shake.
You know what? I was supposed to be at Bible study right now, messing with y'all. Go ahead. Wait a minute.
Sorry, Reverend.
By the way, my husband is a minister.
Sorry, Pastor.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Minister. Minister is better than M. You get the double M's right there. M is better.
It is.
So, we got this COVID BS going on. How is it trying to maintain your focus and find things to do? Have you been creating some good material? Have you been writing?
I have been writing. I have been working on a book.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on me. It kind of like the inspiration isn't there because I can't go anywhere. and I'm not out places seeing people and seeing things and smelling. Like all my senses aren't being, like they aren't being excited at this time because it's the same thing every day. But I have been writing, and I think it has just been time for me to express myself in a way that I hadn't in a while. So I am coming out with a book, and I could read you a short paragraph.
We take a paragraph.
I don't know. I think about it because I'm an artist, and I'm really sensitive about my shit. I'm gonna read you an excerpt.
Okay.
Just to get people mouth watering, because sometimes you got to get that mouth watering. Okay, here we go. This is a short one. All right. And it's like the middle of a page. So I heard the hum of the same car right outside the very bush I was hiding in. And as soon as I couldn't hear it anymore, I darted out of there as fast as I could. I made it to the pool where I could then navigate between the buildings back to our apartment. Open the door. You asked, why the fuck would you? Decline. Why the fuck would you lock the door knowing I was out here in the dead of night? Why didn't you come after me? What is wrong with you? You selfish bastard. Shorty, you immature. You did that dumb shit to yourself. It's time for you to go back home. Ain't shit here for you, and I'm tired of you, he said in a long-ass Johnny voice, because this nigga had went to sleep while I could have been scooped up and murdered, and all I could do was grab my blanket and lay on the couch and cry. How did I get here? I'm smart. I'm beautiful, young, 135 pounds, caramel skin, six-pack abs, and an ass that you would know was grits and cornbread fed, a Creole girl. I'm also only 19 years old and a military veteran living with my boyfriend in his apartment shared with his ex, or shall I say his current, because he never cut that heifer off, unbeknownst to me, who went back where she came from for a break. What the entire fuck, man? What has my life become? So that's a short excerpt.
That was good.
Sure.
So that is a fiction book based on some true situations.
That is a true story based on true situation.
This is a non-fiction book. This is a autobiography.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all about to get all of me. All of me. So that night, I had gotten into an argument with my then boyfriend, and I ran out the house, the apartment, and there was like this murderer that was going around, and a lot of women were getting murdered. And so I ran out the house. I didn't know what time it was. It's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I ran out, and I forgot my keys. So instead of driving around, I started walking. And like I heard like this car behind me, and I was like, oh Lord, like I messed up now. Cause like the car was going slow. And he pulled up on the side of me, and I looked to my side, and I locked eyes with this old white man. He had on glasses, he had on a button-up shirt, he had this brown hair, and I know he was in the silver car, and I'll never forget it because I still get chills when I think about it. And he looked at me, and I was like, that's the murderer. Like I knew it. And I took off, like I started walking fast, and then he started driving faster on the side of me, and I took off running. And I ran around this corner, and I jumped inside of a bush, and he went around, and where I was, he couldn't find me. And I know his car, he made a U-turn in the middle of the street. I could hear all this stuff. And he he stopped because there was a stop sign where the bush that I was at, and I know he was looking for me, and I was trying not to breathe. I was trying not for him not to hear me. My anxiety was going. I was sweating. I was sweating in places that I didn't even know I could sweat. I was scared, and he pulled off, and I just took off in the other direction. And like, you know, when they started building all these new apartment buildings and they all look exactly the same, I had no idea where I was. I was so freaking afraid. And there was like 3 girls that had shown up missing in our area, and he had murdered them. And I actually saw him. It was actually him. And I'll never forget that. That was in Frederick, Maryland.
What?
Yep. That was in Frederick, Maryland.
Caught him.
Huh? They did catch him.
Okay.
He was grabbing girls from that were going to the college. What is it? Maryland, one of those colleges, but it was off campus right there in Frederick, and he was grabbing girls, and I would have been caught. Like, seriously, if I wasn't in the military paying attention to my surroundings all at the same time, yeah, he would have snatched me up.
Thank you. What branch were you in?
Army, huh?
What'd you say?
Huh. That's how we're, you know, like Marines say hoorah, we say huh.
Oh.
Yeah, huh.
Be off for a second. I thought you were saying I was in the Army and I was giving that thing up. I gotta say, what? Army whore? What? You almost had me.
I'm gonna put you in like 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, my father's Army, and I never heard him say he was a whore, but he was fucking a lot in the Army. So
my husband was in the Army. He was fucking a lot. Dude, he was a whore.
My father would be. I ain't got, but one sibling, but I think he.
You probably got more. He said
he said he was real safe with his ding ding. So, because he said if he was safe with it, then it's not promised that he would be able to use it in the future. So he said you got to take care of your. He told me that.
Your father's ding-a-ling, your father's ding-a-ling, your father's ding-a-ling has been in a few places, in a few faces. Your father's ding-a-ling, your father's ding-a-ling, your father's ding-a-ling has an STD.
Oh. Yeah, and he took very good care of it.
He said, yeah, and I said an STD. You see, he wasn't even paying attention.
I know. I said, oh my God.
He wasn't paying attention to the lyrics. I said he has
a woman taking that ass in the club when the Yin Yang twins come on and Lil Jon come on. I don't the sweat drops from out. I'm dancing.
Like jump down the house. No, these females crawl and all ski.
Let Bruce hit it. Get crunk with it. Get loose with it. So, since you brought up murderers and crazy people, Marriage Boot Camp had an episode this past week of Tahiri. Is it Tahiri? I made it. Tahiri. He bust her man in the head. What's his name? Vado? She bust him in the head with 2 oranges. Now, let me tell you something. She threw these oranges at him like from 2 feet away. And he stood there and took them. And then later in the episode, she was talking. He just jumped up and grabbed her around the neck.
Oh.
You didn't get to see that?
No, I don't watch that. I don't watch that. The marriage shows that I watch are even more interesting. I watch a show called 7 Year Switch. Ooh. You ever seen that thing, girl?
No, I haven't seen that one.
7 Year Switch, Sherry. Let me tell you, baby girl.
What channel is it?
I don't know. I watch it on Hulu.
Oh, I got Hulu. I can check it out.
Listen. So it's like they do 4 couples who are having marriage issues, right? And the switch is that they switch partners for 2 weeks. So they switch you know, like I got a new husband for 2 weeks, I got a new wife for 2 weeks. But what these couples don't know is that the couples, like, they are actually switching each other's partners, but they don't know each other. They fly them out to California. They put them in nice houses and they all this stuff. They set them up so like the couples wound up having 1 bedroom in the house and stuff like that, and they try to see how they are going to navigate being without their spouse, but being with the new spouse who has qualities that they say that they miss in their spouse. So like one of them is, you know, one of them might be a go-getter and, you know, like work and all this stuff and, you know, all in, and the other one does everything around the house and they're like, you don't appreciate me. So they mix the couples like that. So both couples have that type of mixture going on. So then you have a new wife and a new husband together, and then both of them are like, we all about the money, we go getters and stuff like that. And then the other ones are like, we're underappreciated.
Oh my gosh.
And they have to navigate being married to someone else for 2 weeks with all the qualities that they say they miss in their spouse.
So you're telling me you created a TV show behind the Sherelle Alexander O'Neal song, Everything I Miss at Home?
Yes.
That song?
Yes. I don't know that song. I'm not that old.
Oh, you ain't got to be old to hear a song, but I seen the link. You're going to be just as young and pretty as you are now, and it's brilliant now, but you had that song in your mind.
It's crazy.
The chorus is, you give me attention and everything I need. You give me everything I miss at home.
Oh,
it's him and Sherelle, right?
You know how to hold me and do all the things I like to feel, all this kind of stuff. You give me everything I miss at home. So, the magic question is, are they boning?
They're not supposed to. They're supposed to talk to this, like have communication with this new spouse and work out this, like when I would, when you and I would go to lunch together and we would talk about things and hash it out. We
ain't in the bedroom sleeping together overnight.
No, not at all. But they're supposed to do those things. But the show puts them in predicaments where they have to really figure out. So in this new episode, this new season that I'm watching, they actually gave them wedding rings. This wasn't in the other season. So like in their little care package, when they got to the house, they read the little story, and then inside of it was a gift, and it was new wedding rings. And they had to figure out, how do you feel about, changing your wedding ring and putting it on and being with this person or whatever. And some people were like, I'm not about to take off my wedding ring. Right. And then there was other was like, let me put on my new thing.
And it's on Hulu. I'm going to be checking that out.
Yeah, it's checking, like the marriage counselors are seeing what boundaries they are going to go, past. Like some couples, most of them don't sleep together. One of them takes the sofa. Usually the guy is like, no, I'm gonna sleep on the sofa. You can take the bed. And then they got this new couple on this season, and they're like, hey, let's do this. Okay. And they're not having relations. I don't know.
They're sleeping in the same bed.
But they're sleeping in the same bed, which is really weird because their partners aren't sleeping in the same bed. Yeah. And so you really see the wheels turning in people's minds, like, what is really wrong with you? Because I pop my Marlon every time they do something stupid, because I'm like, I wish you would put me on the show, because I wish she would put her hands in your face or touch you on your hand. I don't care. Every time they do something, I'll be like, I'll pop the piss out of you. Don't play these games.
You haven't said, I ain't gonna say what you haven't said, but I will say this: we sleeping in the same bed, whoever they link me up with. Cause you talking about communication. At 2 in the morning, and her back is to me, and she started saying, "Boy, who is you playing with?" She started,
you ever had them hum on your nuts?
Saying say you a chocolate big head mother sucker. That ass up. You say, boy, who is you playing with?
Like Jill Scott. Yeah.
And then she break the internet with that.
And that is going to be a different kind of pre-dick. Yeah.
I wrote a poem about it. You want to hear it? Oh, I know. Like seriously, I've been with my husband for 20 years. I am young. I've been with him since I was like 17 years old. I've been with him for a long time, which means he is my everything. And I just even imagining him with somebody else, I pop the piss out of him. I wish you would. I wish.
But you'll be in the bed with.
I wouldn't. I would actually be like, I would be on. Exactly, Sherry. You know me. I would take the couch. I'd be like, no, boo, you can take the bed. Go ahead, you take the bed. I'm gonna take the couch because this is where I'm comfortable at. I'm. You know, I can't imagine my spouse. No. Nope. I'm jealous.
Even though you're doing that switcheroo, I mean, it's for 2 weeks, and what you gotta go through the consequence when you go back to your original spouse about what you did in them 2 weeks.
There's no phone, no TV.
You know what made the consequences easier? You said 2 weeks, right? They with that new person for 2 weeks.
I'm scared. Don't.
Full of orgasms. Will make returning home. See her face? That's how the male or female's face will be. They be like, I'm back. You have fun? It was all right. Why your face so oily like Money Greens? It was all right. It is all right. You sleep on the couch? Yeah, I slept on the couch. Yeah, I fucked on the couch.
Listen, I will put that New Orleans on that dude, whoever it is. I'll knock it out the park. I'll beat them, gave it to them, and they'll be sending me their paycheck for the rest of their life. I swear. Listen, I would take that thing.
You gonna put blood in the spaghetti?
No, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Listen, I'll just do the yeah on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm from New Orleans. I'm on that 15 word, that 1.5. What I gotta do? Listen, I put that yeah on them. Yeah. And that's a wrap. Then now I got more money coming in. I got, Marlon #1 who making, he made good money and stuff like that, CEO of the company and all that stuff. And then I got this other dude, you know what I'm saying, who got some money. And then I got his money coming in, and and then he gonna have to divorce his wife because she not gonna like the fact that I put that yeah on him, and she can't do it like I do it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna hit it, bow. You know what I'm saying? Cause women from New Orleans, when we do it, it ain't like no other like women from New Orleans. We do it a whole different way. That's how I got Marlon. You know what I'm saying? I got
So you don't have entanglements. So you don't have entanglements.
I heard you.
I'm gonna tell you what they do. One thing I know.
I have an entanglement happening right now, and I'm actually trying to get rid of this man. Like he is so smitten with me, and like I'm trying. So me and Will.
Try and keep it a secret.
Right there,
Try to keep it a secret. Algiers is boning the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, he
has been boning the Fresh for a long time.
Yeah, he can't get enough of me at this point, and so.
In the picture I took of y'all.
Yeah, the picture that you took of us.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
He didn't. What the good thing about it? He didn't take you to the red table.
That one right there. I took that picture of them.
I'm trying to get it. Come on now. I don't know how my camera going, but that's us on the red. It's not really good. Will got money, and so what happened is I can break off my husband good money because Will is giving me good money. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell nobody. Like my life is complete with Will's money at this point. Will ain't working with a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying? He all right. It's not like August is, like she was getting it. Like
True.
Jada was getting it. Jada was getting it, and I understand why she went with August, because August from the Ninth Ward, he from New Orleans, he put that y'all on it. You know what I'm saying? And Will is all right. You know, it's I've had better. So
Will ate it from the back.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yeah.
Why are you telling people that?
What?
Because he knows how to spread. You know, when you go to somebody's house and they have a whole spread laid out, he knows how to spread. It's very nice. It's very nice. He cleans up after himself. It's not messy or anything. He makes sure that he licks from the rooter to the tutor, and he don't leave there's nothing left on the plate. That's all I can say. Matter of fact, I have to hydrate after, because most of the time I am dehydrated afterwards, because there is no more that can, come out, because he knows his way, because where there's a will,
Fresh Prince.
There's an A.
Fresh Prince ate it. And he gave A and O.
A few. A few. It was a few. The O's came out. Oh. Multiple O's. That's how you do. No, okay.
Get it.
I don't even want to tell everything, because I don't want, Jada is a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
She's a great woman. And she's an excellent actress. And I don't want to compete with Jada. But at this point, me coming out and telling my story really, circles and makes her story complete and understanding. She was a little jealous of me, because I'm fine as fuck. Okay. And so, and I'm pretty, and I have my own hair, right? I have my own eyebrows. These are my eyebrows. I haven't had them done in the whole time since COVID. You know what I'm saying? I have my own eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? I never went anywhere to get anything tightened. You know what I'm saying? This is youthfulness that she don't have. And I'm not trying to hate on Jada or anything like that. I love her.
You never had your vagina steamed either.
But she's not me.
You never had your vagina steamed like Jada?
I didn't have to do that. There's no steaming that needs to be happening when it's already cooked.
Ooh. Like gumbo in the NOLA. Well, I'm going to try to run interference with Jada next time. Next time you and Will together and Jada tries to pop, I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. And I ain't got orange hair. I got a few other things that she can enjoy. So I'm going to do my best to run interference. I'm going to do my best.
To put your wig on.
Put no wig on for Jada.
Listen.
No, I'm talking about
like the slow glow. Like August, we had the pink and purple. Oh, I don't know what color. She done made that poor child lose his goddamn mind. And the funny part is she's not a NOLA girl. So, but
Baltimore girl.
Well, it's not Baltimore. So what happened is, listen, there's a school. I got real dark real quick. I'm sorry. Let me get my lighting right, because I need to tell the story and I need to have my light properly done. And thank you to my team who is moving expeditiously and getting my lighting correct at this point in my life and this interview when I'm supposed to be.
Just now, you look like you were on. You were leading the Underground Railroad.
Oh, really? Stupid. So, okay, there we go.
I'm running interference on Jada. You say she's from Baltimore. She's not from Baltimore, really.
Okay. So if I tell y'all this and y'all recording, y'all have to sign an NDA right now, and everybody who's watching has to sign an NDA. There is a school that only a select few of us in the entertainment industry have been graduates of. Jada, Erykah Badu, Rihanna, myself, and that's all I'm going to say so far, was in my class. We graduated together. We know how to put that hum in a man's life, and that's all I'm going to say. And so even though Jada isn't from New Orleans, she got some training, and we can do a few things.
Hey now, what? I'll call you later.
We can do a few things. Just a few things.
Love that. I love some Erykah too.
You love Erykah? You do?
Yes, Erykah. You see my thing right here? See my Erykah?
I'm getting tired of your shit.
Yeah, I eat
So
that.
don't ever buy me nothing.
Dang it, Erykah. Dang it.
Every time you come around, you gotta bring Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone.
I wouldn't have brought them around you.
I just want it to be you and me, like it used to be, my love.
All I want.
But you don't know how to act.
I apologize.
Matter of fact, I think you better call Tyrone. Call him. Tell him, come on, help you get your shit.
Oh no, I ain't leaving.
No. Yes, you are. Go.
You gotta go.
You gotta go. Where you gotta go, Sherry? Home to your mama.
It's too good.
And you can't use her phone.
I can't stop eating that.
Yeah, but listen.
I gotta eat it.
It's bottled. It's bottled. The Badu. It's bottled.
Oh, it sounds so good.
But you don't know how to act.
I'm gonna act better.
Okay, you act better. You need to act better.
Right, and I'm gonna act right. That's all. I need a little reminder. I need a little touch up. From Houston to Lola, I need a little touch up.
You are foolish. You are foolish.
Yes, ma'am. I did the dishes. I get pedicures and manicures. You give me some act right.
Let me look at my feet. Hold up.
Let me look at my feet.
Need a pedicure.
Dude, you saw that? I bet I could put my legs behind my back, so fuck you.
Ah!
That's not the right way to say that.
I can put that behind my head, behind my neck.
People like that.
My neck, my back.
I was just thinking about that.
You was. I was trying not to like show all it. Like I'm trying to be good. I'm gonna be good. Okay, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good.
I think you did great.
So what's coming up? Because we've kidnapped you long enough. What's coming up? What you have on the? You have the new book coming, the new novel. Congratulations on that. I'm getting a copy. That's gonna be hot. I'm gonna get a few copies.
Let us know when it drops so we can be the first ones to get this book.
And we're gonna bless some other people with that.
Oh.
I might get around 5 or 10.
Okay.
So,
I mean, it's not like I don't have a whole bunch of Marlon Greens in my library. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're gonna do you right. We're gonna make sure you straight. You know.
Lyrics and Lies is gonna bless you and buy your books.
Hey.
So other than the book, anything on the horizon?
Deck? What's on deck?
I have a comedy show, a woman's comedy show that's coming up. So you can catch me online, and that's next Friday, and I'll be headlining that.
Women's comedy?
Yeah, so all women's comedy show.
On what?
You'll be able to see it on Facebook, but it's like on their page, etc., blah blah blah. Let's see if I can show y'all. It's called Women Behind the Glass, a quarantine comedy show. I know y'all can't see that because I got lights. But
are you gonna put that on your page too?
I am. They just like sent it to me in the middle of the conversation that we were having. And so I'll be putting that on my page. I'm starting back up with I'm Just Saying Live. I haven't done it in a while, but I have some great guests that'll be on. My last guest, I had Kareem Grimes. He's of All American. He was on Boys in the Hood. He's been on several shows. He's been acting since forever, but Kareem Grimes is also Preach on All American. I had so many different guests. I had Dave Tolliver of Men at Large on my show. I had Ernest Thomas, Ernest Thomas of What's Happening was one of his first shows, and then he was on Everybody Hates Chris. I've had some great folks on the show, and so my next couple will be some great folks. And so I'm still, just making sure that everything is set in stone with that. So the next shows and the guests that'll be on there, y'all will be blown away and like, okay, this is crazy. This girl just know everybody and their mama. And so I just trying to switch it up, make it fun and exciting, and do some things. I have a actual comedy festival coming up next year though, and that comedy festival is not stand-up comedy, but it is acting, so it's a comedy festival for actors, etc. So there'll be shows and awards for movies and television shows and online shows and all those things, and so I'm working on that. I'm still doing a lot of activism in my area, working with a friend, Qasim Rashid, who is running for Congress, and trying not to say anything wrong so that my friend gets, elected. So I'm out here trying to make sure that I'm showing good face, because they're like, if this chick is the one backing you, who the hell is it? And just being creative. I do have another show that is coming up, and we start filming for that at the end of September. I can't really give any clues. So just know that it's gonna be dope as hell. God is opening so many doors for me. And so with COVID, what happened was everybody, all the comedians, all the actors, all the things started trying to do the same thing that I had been doing with I'm Just Saying. So they're doing, I see a lot of mimics out there. Everybody trying to do what I've been doing since 2014 when it comes down to these online shows, etc., and these live shows. And so I was like, I can't, I want to do I'm Just Saying Live, but it feels like some people are trying to take my thunder or fire or whatever. And so I was asleep, and in my dream, God gave me a whole nother vision. And when I say this vision is like, I was like, how am I going to do that? He was like, I'm going to give you provision, and you are going to do it, and it's going to be excellent. And then folks will be like, well, dang. And I am so, when I say this vision that he gets, every time God gives me a vision, I'm not afraid to, to talk and be crazy. I'm not afraid to talk and, make jokes the way that we just did it on this show. I'm not afraid to, cuss, because, hey, I'm an adult, and that's just adult language for me. I'm not, I'm not afraid of those things. So my spirituality works for me for a greater good. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not trying to put myself in a box. I'm not a Christian comedian. I'm a Christian, but I'm not a Christian comedian. I got to make this money in all aspects. I'm not going to throw anybody underneath the bus, and I'm not gonna be totally raunchy with it. I'm just gonna be me, and the me that I am, God provides, and God provided provision and vision for this new thing that I am about to do, and I'm so excited about it because y'all gonna be blown out the water. Marlon, when I say you are going, like, seriously, you are going to be blown out of the water with this vision. And if it comes to be as the dream that came to me on film, you about to be like, wow. I'm trying to do, or what God gave me was a vision that is next level. Y'all know how Michael Jackson did videos and everybody was like, wow, I didn't know you could do a movie video. And then Beyonce is doing all these great visual albums where people are like, wow. Let me tell you, what God gave to me is going to be it's so awesome. Like, I can't wait to start filming.
All right.
I can't wait to start filming.
Well, we can't wait to see you then on video. But we also got to make sure that we put your Facebook page connecting to this so people can see you and see what you're doing next and everything. This is so good. I thank you for coming on our show today. I really appreciate it, because this was part of my vision to start doing live interviews with people, and this interview was so great. I mean, it wasn't what, you know how you envision something you're not too sure, but this was so good. I really enjoyed you. I hope you come back once you do your book and whatever else you're going to do. We would love to have you back to talk to you some more about what you're doing, what's new and upcoming.
Oh, I thank y'all for having me. Like, sometimes you just never know when you're doing the work of God in the spirit. And when Marlon inboxed me and emailed me and asked me to be on the show, he had no idea what mentally I was going through. Like, there's a tug of war. You know, sometimes when you feel like you're inadequate, feel like you're not ready, or you feel like there's so many odds playing against you in this time. And so what I know is that I'm thankful for every opportunity that I receive to be interviewed, to talk, to share, because it's all ordained and it's all these steps are ordered. And so you don't even know the role that you are playing and what God is orchestrating in my life. And so I'm just thankful that you guys thought of me enough, because there's so many other women out there, so many other artists out there that you could have tried to get on the show to speak to, but you asked me. And I am like, I don't even want to get emotional because I don't need to be showing people all that. But like, you have no idea the greater purpose and what you guys just offered me and did for me on this day period.
Yeah. One thing I know is when the big fame comes, and when I say the big fame, I mean the big check, I know that you're a person that's going to stay grounded. It's going to remain the same person. You're not going to change. There's nothing phony or fake about you. So whoever's watching, hopefully there's somebody who will see what you have in store, because you have, I'm not going to say limitless, but I'm going to say overflowing ability and overflowing talent. And you can do so many different things. We didn't even get a chance to talk because we've been talking too long, but we didn't even bring up your acting, and we didn't bring up you being in dramatic movies, and we didn't bring up, I saw you as a dramatic actress before I even knew you did comedy. You were in a movie that was like super serious. So then when I found out you were doing a little comedy, I'm like, come on now. And I'm not one to say you couldn't do it, but I'm like, dang, so she gonna do comedy too? And then your comedy was like off the charts. It was like so much. So when Shayz said she didn't know what she was in for, I knew what we were in for. And so we're glad that you accepted.
Yes, we are.
I'm be crying.
And, you know, it's just a wonderful feeling because you don't know the connection that you're going to get when you know when you have a person or artist on, and you're very versatile.
Let me ask her a question while she's feeling sentimental.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
She's feeling sentimental. The past 2 days, I've been thinking about. Well, I thought about it before, but the past 2 days, I put serious thought in doing what we did in the stage play, Stomp the Devil.
Mm-hmm.
Well, something I didn't tell you, 2 years ago, I wrote not a part 2, but I wrote an extra episode. I wrote an extra 80 to 90 minutes with you as a feature.
Wow.
I never told you that, but that was maybe 2018, I believe. There was a church that wanted Stomp the Devil to do something. But you know, church people, they be tripping.
They do. They be on some other stuff. They do. Marlon, you had me as 3 different characters in Stomp the Devil. People don't even know that. I was 3 different characters. I was Erica. I remember Erica. And I was a nurse. And I was somebody who got baptized because Erica was a teenager. Then the nurse. And then I was someone who came in and got baptized in that. Like that was 3 different roles that I had to play.
You got the wigs and the outfits.
3 different ages. It was, yeah.
We had fun.
Yes, it was bonkers.
Because everything is shut down. I'm thinking about doing this on a closed set and just having somebody just come and record us.
That would be great. You know, we did a closed set before.
Yeah, and just put it out as.
Don't give me no liquor on no closed set no more, Marlon.
I just caught that, but putting it out, like seriously, have somebody record it and just put it out as a web series. Yeah, Rob.
Oh my! And he's doing big things right now.
That was me as Erica.
Yeah.
That's on my Facebook memories today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know it. Mine came up too, because you know I was the old lady.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You think I didn't remember?
Oh, yeah, it did come up today. It came up on my Facebook today too.
It sure did. On today.
I'm gonna contact y'all about doing that on a closed set with maybe like 2 or 3 people. I already got the camera dude. And we just showcase ourselves and just see what happens with that. And I got a couple of dollars for y'all too. So
that was so good. You was 3 people. Now it's coming back. I was like, dang, you sure was.
She got talent, and she overextended herself. But we ain't gonna get into that. But she overextended herself with the second performance. But I love some Algiers. I love Algiers. And I'm going to release the footage from that closed set production that we did. I'm going to release some of that footage.
Well, I need some of that.
They messed the sound up so badly.
Oh, you talking about when we was in the warehouse?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was cold in there too.
It was freezing cold, but it was good. It was good. We had fun. I mean, the liquor itself kept me warm. I was fine. I don't remember any of my lines. I don't know any of my lines, but I know the drinks was flowing, and I was
warm.
I know my angles.
You did see the movie though, because I brought it to your house, right?
No, sir.
What did I bring to your house? And I in the living room, you're watching someone on TV with your family. Well, your whole family wasn't there because half of them were outside.
It wasn't there.
All in one. Have I been to your house? Hell yeah, I've been to your house twice. Yeah, walk in the house in a court. Like the second house from the end of the court. and to the right, and walked in and kept walking. There's a kitchen, and then to the left there's a family room. So we sat in the family room and we watched I showed you some video with you. So you never saw what we did in I'm gonna shoot you a link. My cousin's daughter, she's like 10 or 12. She watched it a million. She didn't, like, the views are going up, but nobody has the link except for her.
Oh, wow.
She just been watching this thing over and over again, laughing.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Marlon.
Yeah, the sound.
I don't remember.
I couldn't put it out, but there are a few little pockets here and there where we can extract some like real condensed scenes. So I'll get those to you.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That's crazy.
But, that was anyway.
Well, this has been a long episode.
It has been.
Of Lyrics and Lies.
I don't know how long it's been.
It'll be a part 1 and part 2 because this is too much.
Yeah, we want to cut it out.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
You can start recording if you want.
I'm getting ready to. So we're gonna close out. We thank y'all.
Let me ask you one more question while we record.
Okay.
Just because you said you follow Jess Hilarious. You like Jess Hilarious? You're friends with him? You're not friends with him? Okay. Hey, all right, so we ain't gonna ask. I ain't gonna ask on camera. But did you see what she did about Megan Thee Stallion? Did you see that?
I did.
The eyes are talking.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I love Megan Thee Stallion.
But first of all, Jess Hilarious is not as hilarious as her name. And so secondly, God.
I think she went too far with that.
No,
Anyway,
it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. Like, it was absolutely not funny. It wasn't funny.
you want me to air that? You want this to be aired?
No, we're
Air that.
gonna wrap Lyrics and Lies up.
Hold on, Shayz. I played that for somebody, right? Somebody who's familiar with Megan. And they didn't laugh until Jess Hilarious imitated how Megan Thee Stallion would sound when she got shot. And that's when they laughed. Because that sound is something that she does in her songs. So that person did laugh. It's a younger person, but they did laugh. And anything was funny till they got to that spot. And then they just burst out laughing.
None of it was funny.
Say it again. You heard it was funny?
None of it was funny.
Okay.
Thank you. You're
right.
welcome. Thank you kindly. You don't have to put that. I know y'all go edit and all that stuff. It still wasn't funny. She's not funny. She don't know how to write for herself. She's not funny. She's not hilarious.
So we're gonna close out on that. I'm gonna let Money Green close us out since he kept cutting me off.
Oh my goodness.
The funniest thing about Jess Hilarious was that she was just in a relationship with a man who got 8 or 9 children, and she just thought that she would be just the woman of his dreams. And that was just a motherfucking problem. That was just not correct. That was just not what was really happening. She was just another notch on his bed. Okay, she was just another notch on his headboard. She was just a passing stranger in that relationship. She was just another rider on his horse. She was just, maybe she should have just used him to make sure that her career would just shoot up into the atmosphere in which she is just not hilarious as she thinks that she is. She should just shut her goddamn mouth at this point. She should just go ahead on and start doing what it is that her side gig should be, because since she got her body done, she she should just become a dancer at Magic City and just make that ass clap with no hands. She should just go ahead and get her a song list prepared so that she could just shake that ass on a handstand. She should just go ahead and go and meet somebody in Atlanta who has a few dollars to spare. She should just stop stealing other comedians' material. She should just go ahead and sit her ass down. She should just try not being a stand-up comedian because she is just not hilarious.
So you really said she's just ordinary?
She's just ordinary people. She don't know which way to go because she's just ordinary people.
Somebody just opened up that
this game alone.
So you just opened up the can of worms, Money Green.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I'll just later if she wants that to go out. But I guess the message is clear that Algiers feels that when it comes to that video, that Jess Hilarious never should have made it. Never should have with Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting all that. See, this is what happens on radio shows when guests go off and they don't see it coming. They're like, oh, do we air this? Anyway, that's it for Lyrics and Lies. I'm Money Green, chilling with
Shayz on the mic.
And the talented, brilliant,
Algiers Diamond,
outspoken Algiers Diamond, straight from the NOLA. And you don't want to mess them NOLA girls. Baltimore meets NOLA. I think you just shot some buckshots at Jess because she's from Jada's town, Baltimore. I think that has something to do with it too. But that's it for us. We appreciate y'all listening, and we will see y'all next time.
Please like and subscribe. Double for this one. And we're out.
On all of my social media at Algiers Diamond.